up, guys? My name is Aaron. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Netflix show 13 Reasons Why. This is a Netflix show about a young girl who committed suicide. She leaves these tapes for a lot of people who kind of treated her wrong in the past, that kind of contributed to all the things that led her to commit suicide. And the lead of the show is basically Clay Jensen. He's a friend of hers, and he's on one of the tapes too. And the show is basically him trying to go through all these tapes and figure out why she killed herself. And basically, while this is happening, all the other people that are on the tapes, they're trying to stop it from coming out. And basically like a murder mystery in a really unconventional way with this teen drama and stuff. I had no inclination of the show at all. It just came out, and I just saw all the buzz that was coming out about with the show, so I just wanted to give it a watch. And I think this is a pretty good show. There are some things that I would have changed, definitely, but I think the overall message of it and what it's trying to say and the acting really elevates my major problems with it. The best thing about it is definitely the acting. It stars Minnette. He's really typecast. Everything that I've seen him in, Don't Breathe, Goosebumps, Prisoners, just basically everything that I've seen him, he's really typecast as this like socially awkward kid. He's definitely in that wheelhouse in this show, but he's given a little bit more to do. You can really sense that he feels bad about his friend Hannah's death, and he's really trying to figure out how he's in this and how he can maybe try to help prevent this from happening again. As the show is in the beginning, he kind of plays the same beats that it makes it kind of repetitive. Like he just kind of zones out and he's just kind of thinking. But as the show goes on, there are a little bit more moments for him to kind of branch out and really show his dramatic acting chops. I think this is probably the best acting performance that I've seen him give. I think it really shows the potential that he has in an actor, and I really want to see him do a little bit more in the future. This is really Katherine Langford's show. She's like an unknown actress. She's never really done anything much of note, but she really nails the character of Hannah. At the beginning, when she's doing these tapes, she's really hopeful, really optimistic, and just like a regular teenage girl, just kind of trying to find her place in the world and just trying to, be the best person that she can be. But when all these people start treating her badly, kind of just in succession with each other and not really thinking about the things that they're saying or doing to her, you could just kind of see her spirit being crushed really slowly and gradually until the very end, where it's just like, it doesn't even seem like a person. It just feels like an empty shell of just a body. And I think that she really does that really well, really naturally, and it comes across really earned by the last few episodes. I think that she's definitely like a breakout star in this show. Definitely look out for her, because she's definitely going to be in a lot of things going on in the future, I can tell. Also, the relationship between the two, Clay and Hannah, they have really good chemistry together in the moments that they are actually together in the flashbacks. They don't really get a lot to do, but whenever they're together, you can really sense their kind of believable, really awkward but natural relationship that they have together. They're both kind of social outcasts, so they really have a nice bond together, just sharing conversation and stuff, and they really do have a believable relationship with each other. The actors that are surrounding this, they aren't really that bad. There really aren't anybody that you're just like, oh, this kid's terrible. So that's a good thing, because usually with these teen drama shows, you can point out one person, you're like, they're probably not the best actor. I didn't really sense that with anybody. I thought they were all serviceable for the characters that they were playing. I think the standout of the supporting cast is probably Kate Walsh as Hannah's mother. She's just silently brewing for the entire show, and you can just sense that there's a lot going on with her, and I think she's probably the best actor in the supporting cast, in my opinion. I do like the messages that it's trying to send, like that words actually have meaning. Just kind of be wary of what you say or do whenever you're talking to somebody, because you never know what they're going across in their mind. I think that it says this message pretty effectively without being over the top, and I don't know, I just think that it's bringing up an important discussion in media. I think it's really feels really timely, and I think that the show might help a lot of people. I also like the way that it's shot. It has a really drab color palette at times, and at other times the color palette's a little more vivid with the colors that they show in the shots and stuff, and it really underlines what they're trying to convey with the message and the theme without really saying a lot. And I really appreciated the touches that it had. I like the transitions between the flashbacks, what she's saying in the tape, and then when it goes back to what's actually happening in the present timeline. I thought that was an interesting touch, the way that they always did those visual camera tricks. That was a cool touch. And I like the music. The music's pretty good, really timely. A lot of pop songs, but it really fit with what like the setting was. My major problem with this show is the pacing. I think this show could have done a lot of trimming about the fat. Towards the beginning of it, it really feels like there's like it's on loop basically. Like Clay is just listening to the tapes. He asks somebody that's on the tape, why did you do this? And then they're like, did you listen to your tape? And then it just loops basically. It's just that the character of Tony really feels really infuriating to me. Like, he feels like he's like on Lost or something like that. Like, he feels like a mysterious, super wise dude, and I'm just like, you're supposed to be in high school too, but it just feels very like out of place and really infuriating. I get it on a show like Lost or The Leftovers when the whole mystery is like centered around like people being cryptic and stuff. This show really, it felt really out of place to me, and it just got infuriating by like episode 4 because like it just felt like he wasn't talking like a regular person in this kind of realistic setting. It felt like really tonally weird, and you do get a payoff with what his like why he was acting the way that he was, but I don't know, it just really annoyed me by the time, and it just really took me out of it whenever he finally revealed why he was acting the way he was acting. I think the pacing is too slow in the beginning, and by the time that it gets to the end, I feel it's a little bit rushed with what they're trying to cram in there. There's a lot of plot lines that are kind of left dangling and stuff, and I know they're trying to set up a season 2, but it felt a little bit too much like Stranger Things to me, where they left so much on the table that it just really didn't feel that conclusive as a season of television. Like, it just really didn't leave everything like the way that I would have wanted it. It was kind of annoying with how slow the show was at the beginning, and then by the time it ended, it just didn't really give me like a satisfying ending to me. But overall, I do think this is a good show. The acting is really good. It really elevates the type of material that this show has, especially the two leads, Minnette and Katherine Langford. I feel like they're really good in their roles. I feel like what the message of the show is really important, and it was really interesting watching the show. It does get pretty investing as the show goes on, and I got into it probably by episode 4 or 5. It really picks up. I also think that the way that it's shot is really cool. It really feels like an indie show, like just the way that they shoot the camera and stuff, and the techniques that they use. It's really visually interesting at all times, and the soundtrack is pretty cool too. My main problem with this show is definitely the pacing. I think that it could have done a little bit more trimming, maybe make it 8 to 10 episodes, or trim the episode length so it's not 50 minutes or an hour. Maybe if it's like 40 minutes, because it can feel a little bit repetitive with the things that they're doing with the episodes and stuff. Yeah, but overall, I do think this is a good show, so I'm going to give it a B-. I'm excited to see what it does for the second season. I hope that it can fix the problems that I had with it and come up to a kind of stronger show, because I think that the message that it's sending is really important for young people, and I think that the intention is there, and I do appreciate it. While I was watching it, was it just me, or does the lead, Katherine Langford, does she look like a weird hybrid of Natalie Portman and Selena Gomez? Or was it just me? Just my thoughts. So yeah, those are my thoughts on 13 Reasons Why. What did you guys think? Did you like the show? Did you hate the show? Let me know in the comments what you thought, and thanks for watching. Thanks, guys.